Steve, a win, 8 unbeaten now, but perhaps not as comfortable as it should have been. What did you make of the match?
I thought we was comfortable first half really, even though the performance weren't great first half. We got in front, scored the second goal, and then at half time really, we just got to keep doing what we're doing really. Second half we were really poor. I've just really let them, told them a few untruths in there really. Not good enough second half. And we conceded a late goal like we did at Horsham and like we did last week, and we end up hanging on for the last 5-10 minutes in a game that we should have won quite comfortably really. So disappointed with the second half, but we're in the act for the next round, which is a good thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we've had a lot of games where we've dominated in the first half and gone in 0-0 or sometimes even behind, but to get the 2 goals in the first half, was that pleasing for you to sort of...
Yeah, of course, yeah, look, we've got our noses in front. The longer, when you're playing a team from a lesser league, it's hard. The longer the game goes on, they grow in confidence, and at half hour you're thinking like, we need to get one here. So we scored one, and then Giles put an absolute world-class, great free kick, 2-0. So we're going 2-0. Wasn't entirely happy with how we played first half, but sometimes that happens when you're playing a team from a lower level. But second half was really, really disappointing. I've got to be honest. Our performance, our intensity, the ball, everything about our play second half, it was not good enough. And I've just said to them in there, when we come here Tuesday night, we've got to be a lot better, because if we play like that against Enfield, we'll get beat. But I'm sure we'll come here Tuesday night and the boys will be switched on and we'll go again. We're still unbeaten, 8 games unbeaten,
yep.
Which at any level is good. So I'm happy with that, and we're in the act for the next round, which is great. It's just, listen, sometimes you get frustrations. Second half was frustrating today, but we're in the act. We got through, and that's the most important thing, was the result. But because we've been playing, because we set ourselves quite high standards now with what we got over here, and I expect a lot from them every week and demand a lot from them every week. When it goes like it does second half today, it becomes a bit frustrating. But they're a good bunch of lads, and we're on a great run, and I know on Tuesday night we'll get a response here.
Cheers, Steve. Jonny, another win, 8 unbeaten now. How does that feel?
Oh, it's great. I think obviously today with the FA Trophy, we've got a little break from the league, so that's always nice. But I thought today it was a bit difficult, because obviously you're playing a team in the league below. You never know really what to expect. They're obviously going to be decent, but they're obviously going to be very, very up for it. It's almost a cup final for them. But I think it was difficult today. I think we started off a little bit here and there, but I think getting those 2 early goals was really, really important. And then second half came out obviously a little bit flatter. But I think in my mind, obviously the most important thing is we got the win and we're through to the next round. So
yeah, and we've had a lot of games where we've been dominant in the first half but gone in 0-0, and to get those 2 goals and sort of 2 quick-fire goals toward the end of the first half must have made a huge boost going into half-time.
Yeah, massively, and I think it was always coming after the first 10-20 minutes. We did have quite a few shots at goal. Obviously with Daz coming in, he's got his first goal, which is brilliant, and that kind of gave us a bit of impetus. Kicked on, obviously managed to get a goal myself. It was about time, but that was good, and having that little cushion is really important in games like this, as it proves towards the end. So
yeah, and you talk about your goal there. We saw Jake, he scored a free kick here a few weeks ago. Was there any chance of him having that one? Slightly different angle.
To be fair, I said to him, it's yours to take. He scored the last one. I said, and he was saying it's not. He'd rather a bit more central. So he said have it, and I took it, and obviously it went alright. So maybe I'll take next one as well.
Yeah, and where does that rank in some of the best goals in your career, do you think?
That was up there. To be honest, I've never really been on free kicks for the majority of my career, so I haven't really had the opportunity. But I think I actually can't even remember the last time I scored a free kick like that. So it's definitely up there. It was good.
Mm-hmm. And now going into the Enfield game where they're second in the league, full of confidence with the run of 8 unbeaten, as we said. What's the sort of mood in the change room about that game? Yeah,
I think it's positive. First and foremost, I think it's positive. I think it's a league game. It's you know where you stand. You know where you stand with these sorts of league games. You've got obviously they're second. We're at home under the lights. I think it's very different today to today. I think the second half of today obviously was a little bit flatter. The whole game was a little bit flatter. But I think going into the league game, we know where we're at. We know what level we need to be. We need to step up a bit from today. And I think we'll do that. I think we've got the mood in the camp is fantastic. Like, we come to training, everyone's working really hard, having a laugh. It's one of the best changing rooms I've ever been in. Everyone gets on really well. And I think to add to that unbeaten run is brilliant. I think we just kick on from here. I think we'll turn up Tuesday, and I think we'll give it a really good go, I think.
Right. Cheers, Jonny. Thank you.